And we're live.
Hooray.
Yay.
Welcome back.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome back to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you could find some time.
Yeah, every week.
To join us every week. Just
Yeah.
find some time every single week.
Mm-hmm.
What's new with you two?
Cat's sick.
Uh-oh.
Cat's
Sucks.
got a weepy eye, so we gotta keep an eye on him. But he's also crying the entire time. Yeah, so like you know how like when you clean out your eyes, sometimes you might have like eye boogers or eye crust, like they're like dumps out of your eye. He's got that going on right now.
Yeah.
Just talking about this making my eyes water. I hate this.
Yeah. That's a little worse because he's only got one eye, so we gotta make sure he can actually see what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Paul? What's new with you?
Life, man. Life is happening. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I don't know. Nothing.
Did anyone see the Mario movie?
I'm going to see it tomorrow.
Yeah, this weekend at some point.
I saw it. I won't spoil anything. I will say it's okay. I would watch it again before I watch either of the Sonic movies again.
Okay.
I can't tell if they're ringing endorsement or not.
Yeah, I can't really either. I'm sure it's okay.
No, not really. It's okay. That's how I feel about that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My trip plan is going good. I've got half my trip booked.
Okay. Yeah, pretty good. That's in
2
what, 2 weeks?
Tomorrow I'll be Yeah. 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Exciting. It's coming up fast.
Yeah, should be cool.
It's going to be busy. There isn't a single town or city that I'm spending more than 2 nights in. I'm moving. Just flying through the country.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a cool way to do it if you can, for sure.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be real tiring, but I'll look back on it and be happy how much I got to see and where I went and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
That's also like I don't know how you guys travel. I'm like a fill the day, just keep going. I'm never like a relaxed vacation mode kind of
guy. I like to plan one thing like for a day, and if we get to it, that's perfect. And if not, I don't care because I'm there to just take it in, really. So, but I usually try to have like an idea of what I'm gonna do every day, at least one thing.
How about you, John? How do you travel?
Well, most of the travel I do is kind of to go to an event, so I basically have stuff already going on. So on the few situations I've gone on like a non-event trip, I need something to do, otherwise I get bored.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I'll
like a rest day is good, but like if it's like more than that, it'll start getting me. I'm like, why am I just not home?
Exactly. I can sleep when I'm back home. I do not want to just chill out. I'm never gonna be here again. Probably. I need to see and absorb as much as I can.
That's sure. I don't think I've ever taken a trip to a place that is like a chill out place because I don't like beaches. So like I'm not gonna go sit on a beach for a day, sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, beach. Yeah, or like a cruise.
No, that sounds like a nightmare to me. Being on a cruise. Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Okay.
I like city stuff. So my idea of like a vacation is just walking around a city all day, but not like having a plan necessarily.
Okay. I would still count that as like doing stuff because there's definitely vacations where it's like we're just going to like this spot and we're going to stay here for a week and it's just relaxation time.
I can't do that.
I don't.
Like my parents would sometimes make us do that for like a Banff trip or something. I hate that shit. Like I can't stand it. So yeah,
Banff trip. Like you would spend the night in Banff?
No, we would spend like a week in Banff or Lake Louise or something.
Holy
and it was just
smokes.
Like relaxing and sometimes like maybe taking a hike, but mainly just like chilling out in the forest. And no, I don't like that.
I think. Well, so this when you were in Edmonton?
No.
In Calgary. See, that's what's disconnecting for me is like it's an hour away. Just go back home to your own house.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be too tired to want to do the drive. That's the thing. Like even I've stayed in Banff.
I've never stayed the night in Banff because I think we've always planned like And we're going to leave at this point so we can get home before it's dark because it's an hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending on the traffic away.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you want to do like a special event, just like a one night thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the equivalent of like getting a hotel in the town you live just for the night, you know? I've never done that, but I've heard about that.
I haven't done that yet. I would. I just haven't.
You would do that?
I would. Yeah.
Just treat yourself to a fancy hotel downtown.
Just to like not have to worry about the animals, cleaning, neighbors, any of that stuff. You just go and chill. Like I could get that for a night.
Sure. Well, tonight we're doing the top-down perspective because it's April 13th. Spooky. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh, Thursday the 13th.
Or 13, everyone. You know what that means.
Nope. I don't.
Next week, Hitler's birthday.
Oh God, it is on 420 next week. God damn it.
No, next week is the top-down perspective on 420.
True.
So everyone has to play a game that involved Hitler.
So just Call of Duty.
Man, I really...
Or Wolfenstein?
I was really hoping we would go with, like, people need to get high and not the Nazi thing, but okay. Like, there's a better 420 to talk about.
Hitler.
Okay, that would be better, yes.
I also think he was in... What is the zombie spin-off of the, like, Sniper Elite games?
It's just called, like, Zombie Sniper or Sniper
It's
Zombie?
like Zombie Army or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, one of the recent ones was on Game Pass, and I played through it because it was co-op, and that one you fight Hitler at the end.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is he a zombie, or is he like something else, like a demon or something?
I mean, I don't know. He's definitely a zombie, but I can't remember if the zombies are there because of demons.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I was just wondering if he was like somehow harder to kill in some way.
Yeah, well, he's like a boss character. I think he's also like in a tank, so you're actually just kind of shooting like the weak spots on a tank, and then
sure.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of like Mecha Hitler style.
Yeah, every game with Hitler as a boss kind of does like him in a vehicle of some sort, which makes sense, I guess, since he was just a dude.
Yeah.
And
I'm Sean Booker.
I'm Paul Fleck.
I'm John Wheeler.
John, let's start with you. It seems quick. What have you been playing?
Nothing. Any free time I've had has been in Fortnite.
Nice.
That's about it.
What's going on in Fortnite these days?
Fortnite, they added Attack on Titan content. So
no spoilers.
No spoilers for me. Grappling hooks that are on like your hips and stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Can you turn into a Titan?
No. If you can, I haven't seen it.
That'd be kind of cool.
Okay. That would be kind of cool for sure. I mean, I'm sure the zip lines are cool as well, but they're probably just like the same thing as like the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
But like you have swords attached, so like you can attach to enemies and like zip into them and slice at them.
Okay. That's cool.
The swords have ammo though, apparently, so like you can only do it so many times and then it disappears, unlike the grappling hooks and the web shooters, which I think were infinite.
Interesting.
I was gonna say, that's actually not too far off from the anime because those swords do break with use, and they carry extra swords with them, specifically for that reason. But then hearing that the grappling hooks don't have any kind of like resource, because that is a thing in the anime where they do run out of like, I don't know, compressed gas or whatever. They actually do have some kind of resource powering the grappling hook.
Okay.
Yeah. They also added in level 2 swords, or I guess like rare swords. So like they only have 2 charges and they're blue instead of the purple ones. So you can get weaker swords.
Weird. Okay.
But you can still find the purple ones. So like there's both in there now. So.
Sure. Okay, that's cool.
And they added I forget what they're called, like thunder javelins. They're basically like throwable rocket launchers, which I guess are also tied to Attack on Titan. Literally, like you jump in midair and just huck a rocket at someone or something. It sticks for a second, then explodes.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Which when they stick on players, it's funny, but unless they run into you when they're impaled, then not as funny because then you get sent flying.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's about it for me.
All right.
Cool.
Paul, you've been playing some hot new releases?
I have. Mr. Saitou came out recently, at the end of March there, so I decided to pick that up. That Mr. Saitou is a game by Laura Shigahara, who is a musician, Twitch streamer, and indie dev who made a game called Raccoon a few years back, I think in 2018 or something like that.
One of my friends did the music for that.
Yeah.
At least a song.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a small adventure game follow-up thing. It's about 2 hours long, following a guy named Mr. Saitou who is dealing with some issues in his life about being a salaryman and maybe not loving it or whatever, and kind of meeting a kid in the hospital and just kind of like learning how to be a better person through this weird fever dream where he's a llama worm, which is something that this kid like drew him as or something. It's cute. It's a cute little game.
What is it a visual novel? What is it?
No, it's more RPG Maker style-ish. Think like an Undertale, but without battling really. More just puzzles and like talking to people and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. More visual novel than RPG, but like that sort of style where you're walking around and looking at things and talking to people. Yeah, that game is super cute, and I highly recommend it. It makes me want to play Raccoon, which I haven't yet. Yeah, Mr. Saitou, check that one out if you want a small little adventure thing that's about 2 hours and has a pretty wholesome, feel-good thing going on in it. It's good. I decided to finally play the Sin and Punishment sequel, Star Successor, that was on the Wii that I've been meaning to forever because I love the first game. So I played through that. And that game is incredible in a lot of ways. But those stages are a little too long for me, and it got annoying at some point where it's just like, I just wish there was a break here so I could like use the washroom or something. Like, those stages are incredibly long. Huh? Yeah,
you pause?
You can pause, yeah, but it kind of breaks the flow of things. I just kind of wish they were a little bit shorter for my own like sense of what I'm doing. That game is pretty good though. There's only 6 chapters, but each chapter felt like it was about half an hour to an hour long, depending on how good you are at it. And it's a standard, like, on-rails shooter thing on a Wii, so of course it's going to control pretty good. You're just using your Wiimote like a gun and shooting at the things that come up. There is a lot of things that attack you in this because you are using, like, you're able to quickly shoot things with the Wiimote as opposed to the N64. Like, it's... The amount of stuff attacking you at any time or things that you have to keep your eyes on is definitely increased, which is fine, but there was some visual clutter, I would say, in some parts that there wasn't in the original for obvious reasons. That game is super good, though. It's very, very good. That ending is... that last boss is a motherfucker, but he went down eventually, and I bashed my head against that thing for a while, but... Sin and Punishment still is just one of the best series out there in video games as far as I'm concerned. Treasure are great. I really wish those games would come to like the Switch or something in a way that is a re-release that like gets more people into them, but I don't know that a lot of people would because, I don't know. Treasure games seem to attract a certain type of person, and it's not usually the masses, I would say.
No.
Which is unfortunate. Because they have some of the best games ever made in their belt, and nobody ever talks about them. If you like Sin and Punishment 1, which you can play if on that Nintendo Switch Online expansion thing, the N64, and you have a Wii, I would definitely recommend checking out Star Successor. It's very, very good. Maybe not as anime as I was hoping in the story, even though like there are some anime-ass parts going on in there. The boss fights are pretty incredible in that regard, too. Yeah. Also, it's a shmup sort of thing, just in case you were wondering, like, what type of gameplay it is a bullet hell shmuppy stuff, so, yeah. That's pretty much all I've been doing, though.
I played a couple hours of a game that came to Game Pass last week called Infinite Guitars.
Mm-hmm. I saw this
I don't really like this game.
Yeah.
I like the art in it is pretty good. I actually thought it reminded me a lot of Citizen Sleeper. I even tried looking it up to see if it was
Sure.
the same artist. I could not find the information. But this game it has some cool ideas, but the way you're actually interfacing with them there's just like it's like kind of a 2 steps forward, 1 step back the whole time. Moving around the environment is kind of annoying. Like your character is really slow. You do have a run, but when you run, it like zooms in on your character to make it harder to see around. So you kind of don't want to run, but you definitely don't want to walk. So that's a weird trade-off. I don't know why you would do that.
Hmm.
It's a rhythm game. I guess it's kind of like a rhythm RPG a bit, where it's like turn-based combat, but a lot of your attacks you have to play kind of like a Guitar Hero style. Like a note track will come down, and then using A, X, and Y, you have to hit the notes in time to like make your attack strong enough.
Okay, yeah.
I was also, for whatever reason, like missing a lot of the notes, even though there isn't any calibration settings, and I know I was hitting them in time.
Hmm.
So that was odd. Um, when you're running around, it's kind of hard to tell where you're supposed to go. Some of the pathing just seems like it needed like some extra polish, because there's a lot of like ramps that it's like this just looked like a pile of rocks, but I guess I could walk up these rocks. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
can go behind this building. That's where you wanted me to go. Nothing was indicating that except there was a dead end, so I just started walking into the walls and crossing my fingers.
Okay.
The map kind of sucks. Yeah, it's weird. Like it has a cool idea where everything's supposed to be kind of these, you're using like rhythm mini games to open doors and stuff, and I like that. But then it's just I don't really like playing it. So I put
Mm.
a couple hours in and I think I'm done with that.
How's the
It is on Game Pass
music,
though.
at least?
The music's okay.
Okay.
However, like I just mentioned, so a lot of the doors will require just like a rhythm mini game.
Yeah.
It's like the same song
Oh,
over and over. Like all
bummer.
the doors are the same song. Your attacks, depending on which attack you do, each of them is like the same like little riff you're doing, 15, 20-second riff. And it's funny because, for example, like the attack one, it'll like line up with the background music. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you'll select, okay, I want to do this attack, and then it'll just wait because it needs to wait for that part of the background track to like come up to the part where you can play along with it. Sometimes it'll be right there because it is right there. Other times it's like, here's 4 seconds of just the screen standing still because we need the music to play for a little bit before you can like play along with it. And that's so weird and like uncomfortable.
Oh, interesting.
Like I said, some interesting ideas, and then when they implement it, it's like this just seems kind of off.
Yeah. That's too bad. I really like the art style in it, and it
Yeah.
is made in Vancouver, so the Canadian representation is nice, but that's too bad.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really like recommend it. And it is Game Pass, but like what also just came to Game Pass is Ghostwire Tokyo, so I jumped into that,
Okay.
and I'm playing through that. That game still is extremely cool, and I'm hoping to finish it this time. And the ghost cats are the merchants, and that's fun.
That's true. Yeah.
Um,
Do you know how far roughly in you are? I'm just curious. How far you've gone in?
like an hour and a half.
Okay.
I'm still in chapter 2.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
I just got the like grapple. I was
Okay.
just taught about grappling.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool though. It's the thing where it defaults to Japanese voice acting,
Right.
and the Japanese voice acting sounds better than the English voice acting.
Right.
But I can't play it in Japanese voice acting because then I have to read the subtitles at all times, and a lot of the time I need to like look where I'm going or fight people.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do those at the same time, so I had to switch to the English one. And the English one is fine. I just don't like the voices as much as the Japanese actors.
Sure.
But it's like the lesser of two evils, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I remember that was another similar thing with like Ghost of Tsushima had that, where it was like, I want to play it in Japanese, but I need to play the game, and I can't focus on both of these at the same time.
Yeah.
So something has got to give.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's what I've been playing again. That's also on Game Pass, Ghostwire Tokyo. If you never played it on PC or PlayStation.
Yeah. Cool.
Hoping to finish that before my trip.
Yeah, you're just mainlining the main story, right?
I mean, I'll do some side quests. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's like 11 to 20 hours, depending on how much you do.
Yeah, it's not very long for one of these types of games, so I think you'll be able to.
Yeah. Let's do some news. Before we get into like the actual headlines, did anyone watch the Zelda trailer?
I did, yeah.
No.
Because I didn't.
Okay.
Do you have any? Because I just like you already have my pre-order money. I don't need to see any more. I'm good.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's kind of why I was holding off on it, but everyone was talking about like the big thing in it. And are we talking about it? I don't know if anyone
You can
wants
talk about it if there's stuff that was
I'm okay
you
with
want to bring up.
Yeah,
Go ahead. That's fine.
Okay. I mean, the big thing was Ganondorf shows up in it.
Okay.
I think I just saw it on Twitter. Matt Mercer is voicing him.
I did see a picture. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't mention anything in the trailer, but they do. I mean, they show Ganondorf shows up.
Sure.
Wait, you're telling me a Zelda game has Ganondorf in it?
I know, wild, but like he's actually
smokes.
like a character this time instead of just some thing at the end of the game.
Oh, sure. Okay, that is kind of a big news thing, I guess, for this. Okay, that's cool.
I'm trying to think, how many Zelda games had non-Ganondorf final bosses?
Final bosses?
Yeah.
Majora's Mask.
So Majora's Mask. Yeah. Then some of the Game Boy ones, was it Vati? Was that the name of that thing?
Vati, yeah.
Vati. What was Skyward Swords? Was that Ganon?
That was Demise, I think it was called, something like that.
Okay. Because Twilight Princess was Ganon, and Wind Waker was Ganon.
Yeah.
And Ocarina was obviously Ganon.
Yeah, it's been usually Ganon since like I guess all of them really. I guess Zelda 2 technically not.
Yeah, Zelda 2 is not Ganon.
Link's Awakening isn't. But yeah, almost everyone since Ocarina has been.
I'm seeing in the chat, it's been 17 years since the last mainline Zelda with Ganondorf. Doesn't Breath of the Wild count?
No, Ganondorf and Ganon are two separate entities in the community's mind.
No.
Ganondorf is human Ganon.
They absolutely
and
are.
Ganon is the pig.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought like one turned into the other one.
Usually.
Ganon is like the full evil essence, and Ganondorf is the actual person, essentially.
I thought, so if either of them show up, it counts.
I mean, the community disagrees with you, but like I get where you're coming from, frankly.
Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to discussions about Zelda timelines.
And like Nintendo things in general, really. That's just the way it goes. But yeah. Is Demise technically a Ganon? We can't have that conversation of a Ganon.
Ganon? What does that mean?
You need to understand how deep a rabbit hole this goes.
Yeah, we can't get into this.
This is normal. This is absolutely normal. I cannot recommend this.
This is what the show will become every week, is talking about what a Ganon is. So we can't do it.
You realize someone's going to write in a question next week and ask, what is a Ganon?
I know. Yeah, no, totally. We're gonna get, it's a hot dog a Ganon. Like, it's coming. I feel it already.
Okay, yeah, that opened up a can of worms I was not prepared for. So anyway,
yeah.
Paul? Are you gonna play Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh yeah, I absolutely will.
Okay. I can't remember if you were a fan of Breath of the Wild or not.
I like Breath of the Wild. I'm not as crazy about it as the rest of the world seems to be, or I feel I wanted to be. But like, yeah, I played it and I had a decent time with it for sure.
I'm excited. I realized this week it is going to come out 2 days before my flight home.
Yeah.
That means I get like 11 hours
straight Zelda time.
Hopefully the hostel has good enough Wi-Fi, or I'm hotspotting to my phone and downloading that game. Luckily, it's a Nintendo game, so it'll be like 8 kilobytes somehow.
Yep.
So shouldn't be too hard to do.
Just go to the McDonald's or something, use their Wi-Fi. It'll be okay.
There you go. Okay. Some headlines now. Possible leak of a Persona 3 remaster or a Jet Set Radio remaster or remake or a new one.
It could be new. It could be any.
I mean, all of that would be
Jet
great.
Set Radio content, period.
Yeah, that would be great, honestly.
Yeah, not much news. Just a couple like blurry looking screenshots were shown. I guess a video reel. I didn't see the video. That's what's down here at the bottom. Oh yeah.
This video is just Sonic for me. Wait, what? Oh,
Well,
I
it's
see.
Sonic.
It's a montage of a bunch of stuff. So at some point, there's going to be something else.
Wait, that means there's more Sonic coming?
Dude, I hope so.
He
Game
got
of
better.
the year.
He got better? Oh, because he was murdered, right? I still haven't finished that.
Okay, here's the Jet Set radios. Okay. Yeah, sure. Cool.
I'm still not convinced that it's not just some elaborate joke. I'm at a point where I'm like, I've been burned so many times.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
The Persona 3 footage was first posted on April 4th. That's not too far away from April 1st.
Not wrong.
Okay, well, guess we'll see if more comes from that. A mod has come out for Half-Life Alyx that completely removes the VR requirement.
Yeah, last weekend. I'm actually playing this weekend. So I'm excited.
Wait, so it's just a straight up first person shooter now?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I get part of the thing. The new update allows the entire game to be played from start to finish. Gravity gloves, combine fabricators are now working along with weapon upgrades and more. I guess those are maybe some like sticking points.
Yeah, they've been working on this for a long time. So this is very cool that it's fully start to finish done. They're probably going to keep updating it with like optimizations and stuff, I would assume. That's cool.
Yeah, good for that. Like, it means I could finally play it, I guess. Because I didn't have access to it. Did either of you play it in VR? Because I know you have
It made me sick. And it, like, yeah, I couldn't. I did play it in VR. I started it and I started feeling sick and I was like really disappointed that I wasn't probably going to see it through that way. It's cool. It was very cool.
Yeah, well, and if you've already purchased it, so yeah, you just download the mod.
Exactly, yeah.
Your Steam Workshop. So.
Oh, yeah, that is, like, I guess important just in case people weren't thinking this isn't, like, a standalone thing. You have to own the game, so you still would have to buy it. And this thing apparently still breaks for some people because, of course, it does. It's a mod. Just as a heads up before you go spending money.
Good luck for those out there.
Yep.
The Redfall Twitter account came out and released some like launch specs for what they're going to be targeting on Xbox, which made some people upset. Redfall is launching on Xbox consoles with quality mode only. On Series X, that means 4K 30. Series S, 1440 30. A 60 frames per second performance mode will be added via game update at a later date.
Yeah, when I saw this, my first thought was people that play on console won't care about this that as much as like a lot of people will. So this is probably fine. It's too bad that they didn't have that option out on launch though for either.
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing some reports like, why don't you just delay it at that point? I guess my response to that is like, you're welcome to just not play it until it's done.
Yeah,
performance
totally.
mode comes out. Like, no one's forcing you to do it. If that's such a big sticking point to you.
Totally.
Yeah, I kind of personally don't care. I think I typically play at 4K 30 because I have to choose between like 4K 30 or 1080 60, and I would rather utilize the 4K on my TV.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of console people would prefer like just go with whatever. If they didn't say anything about this, a lot of people wouldn't care or like notice until it comes out, and even then it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
But, Digital Foundry would point it out, and then it would be like a big thing on Twitter for one day. Just like how this was a big thing on Twitter for one day.
Right, yeah.
I guess the advantage of saying this early is they get no bad press when the game has actually launched, and they get this whole little hiccup out of the way. What, like 3 weeks before? I don't even remember when this game comes out. No, this game comes out in May, doesn't it?
I was about to say it's gonna affect pre-orders, and I remember it's on Game Pass, so
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think they're totally fine. This is more just a PSA because I'm excited. Trine 5, hell yeah.
I had no idea this
Love that
existed.
series. Yeah, there you go. Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy. Looks like it's gonna be a $30 game. Do they have like a release date or anything?
I'm watching the video right now. Coming this summer, so no.
No release date. Yeah, it's side scrolling again. They have clearly not going back to the like polygonal world that they did for 3.
Yeah.
But hey, Trine 4 was a great return. I'm happy for more Trine. I'm just like, if they're still making Trine games, that's great. Love that. These are such cozy little fun action platformers.
This is a Trine-ass Trine game from this little trailer too. So, yep, cool.
That's what I just want. Just give me more Trine. I want my big dude, my big knight. I want my old wizard, and I want my cool assassin, archer girl, whatever.
Like rogue thing, yeah.
Ranger. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
My token female character. There you go. I just want one of those.
Me too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of Xbox, Ubisoft Plus is about to launch on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
This is their subscription service that is currently on PC. This is not going to be incorporated into Game Pass, kind of like how EA Play has been incorporated. I mean, maybe it will in the future, but at the moment it will not be.
Okay.
It's looking like it's going to have less games than the PC counterpart at the moment. But you can also buy like a multi-pass to get access on both, which will be $18 a month.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at what the individual pricing. I think it's $10 a month on PC. I don't know if anyone knows the answer to that.
I don't. Is there a list of like games that? No, there's like. Okay, there's not a whole.
I mean, we
lot
can just
of
look. I mean, Ubisoft Plus has been around for a while, so we can just look up Ubisoft Plus.
Well, Ubisoft Plus on PC has over 100 games, and this is only launching with like 60 for Xbox.
Correct. Yeah, I don't see a list of which games are coming.
Yeah.
And the Ubisoft store requires me to put my birthday in, so I'm just gonna not do that.
I mean, I would assume it's the big ones, right? It's the Tom Clancy suite of games. It's the Assassin's Creeds, and probably Rayman's. Like, I'm sure those will all be there on Xbox.
I'm looking at the plans. Okay. Actually, PC access, just PC is $15 a month.
Yeah.
So $3 more, you get Xbox. That almost seems like just why not? Just do it if you have an Xbox as well. I thought it was 10 to 18, which kind of makes more sense to me because then you're just like, oh, I'm saving $2 by doing both. But just $3 more? Okay, they do have a list here on the site. Is Amazon Luna also incorporated in this?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Okay, right. Because now that I remember, Amazon Luna has like those channels that you subscribe to, and Ubisoft Plus was one of them. So the multi-access also gets you Luna capability.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like pretty much every Assassin's Creed. I don't see Valhalla on this.
Oh, right, the Far Cries, of course, those will be on there.
Odyssey is there. Wait, why is Odyssey there but not Origins? Oh, there is Valhalla. Is Origins?
Origins is on here. Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so like yeah. I'm trying to think like what's not on here. Watch Dogs 3 is not on here. Oh yes, it is. Watch Dogs Legion. Yep.
Well, everything's here, clearly.
Yeah, like all the games that you would want are here, so sure, why not?
Well, they gotta be missing something, right? Like,
it makes sense why Extraction is leaving Game Pass now.
Yeah, there you go. Good point. It's a great point. So.
The best game on here.
Yep. All right, and one of the more interesting news stories of this week happened just earlier today. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was delayed. It was originally coming out, I don't remember, then it got delayed till May. It is now coming out in February of next year.
Yeah. I don't believe this thing actually
Wild
exists. I'm believing less and less.
statement on the Twitter image says, "We have made the tough but necessary decision to take the time needed to work on getting the game to be the best quality experience for players. Thank you to our amazing community for the continued support, patience, and understanding. There is much more to share in the months ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in Metropolis next year." The last time this was shown, people were pretty like unhappy with the like always on single player and kind of how the gameplay. Jason Schreier took to Twitter and to kind of give some more background. 9 months is not enough to completely change the nature of the game. So, a lot of people are hoping maybe they're going to change kind of what they saw. It does not seem like that would be the case.
Right.
The team was told the delay was to polish and not related to the February gameplay showcase. Lots of other factors can affect release timing, like the console makers. To be clear, polish can mean a lot of things, from performance optimization to balance tweaks to bug fixes to server stability. Folks are surprised the dev would take 9 extra months to polish a game, but that's actually normal these days. 9 years between games is less normal. So yeah, it has been a while since Rocksteady did put out a game.
Yeah.
Honestly, take all the games, delay them. I got more than enough to play this May, June, so that's okay.
Yeah, no, totally. Agreed.
Yeah, this is taking so long though. Like, I'm glad they're finally like I was about to say I'm glad they're out of hell for programming, but they're not yet, I guess.
Yeah.
9 months, that is quite the delay. You don't see that big of one that often.
I've heard this development cycle has just sucked. It's just been garbage.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. I'm so curious what this game is going to be like now, because like the expectations keep rising with the delays, right?
Do they?
For me, I guess it's for me. Do your guys' expectations go down when it continues to get delayed?
Oh, I have
no. I'm just saying, like, every time I've seen something about this game, it's gone lower. So I'm just like, there's no way at this point they save this.
Oh, okay. I just have no opinion about this yet at all, because I kind of don't believe it exists. Like, this has been insane at this point. Yeah, I'm excited to see the finished product, and I'm even more excited to see the big expose 5 years after the finished product is out of all the development problems that it had in the giant tell-all book somebody writes about it.
I mean, hopefully.
That would be great.
We get a good no-clip documentary out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's something going on back there.
I demand a, like, 2-player productions-esque Double Fine 30-part doc on any game of my choosing from now on. I'm still going through that. That thing is so enjoyable. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah. Psycho Odyssey, Psycho Odyssey, or whatever, for people that are maybe confused or don't know.
Double Fine's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about questions. Before that, though, I skipped housekeeping again. For those who want to submit a game to the poll will be up next week, but the submission thread is now live again. If your submissions from last month got missed because of the time mess up, we will be moving them forward as well, so you can submit 2, or if you just want to submit 1, just make it clear. TVP is going on hold as we have dropped below the funding target for that. So if you guys are interested in TVP coming back, we got to get that funding, hit that goal again. So most likely not one for April, if you're wondering where it is.
Right.
All right, now let's do some questions. If you want to send a question in, topdownperspective@gmail.com is the email address. Otherwise, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's PO Box. And okay, I didn't see this one. This must have been from the email. I'll read this one from Hive, I hope. You are a youngling, say 10 years old. Your father is nowhere to be found. Your mother is happy that you are about to leave home and rarely come back.
So true.
Before you depart, you cross your little town and are soon confronted by an adult alongside 3 dangerous creatures, a floral monster, an aquatic beast, and a fiery demon. You select one of them to accompany you on your travels. Looks like we have 2 questions here. 1, what preparations would you make and what items would you pack for your journey?
Some Pokeballs, some potions, some revives.
Yeah.
Are we in the Pokemon world, or is it like real life? But there happens to be these creatures, and I'm adopting one. 'Cause, like I would like real life would be
I mean,
like, well, I'd have
this
a
is
first
written
aid
exactly as Pokemon.
This is
so I would
both, I
assume
think.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Kit. But I would take a first aid kit, but there's no first aid kits in the Pokemon world because people don't get hurt.
Oh no, I think this is a real life like Pokemon exists in our world. So the stuff that exists like that we know of, is what I assume.
Okay, so what are you packing then?
A phone from
There you go.
Lineback is a good thing. You got to call mom somehow so you can save your progress.
Phone,
Yeah.
first aid kit, some like granola bars or something like.
I was gonna say protein
Okay,
bars. Yeah, a water
money to
bottle.
actually afford food.
Do either of you have a bug out bag? Because that's probably like what you should bring, right? It's just
I mean, I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it?
We're 10 though, right?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
That changes things. I was gonna be like, I'll just load everything up in the car, but I'm 10.
Man, would 10-year-old me like be smart enough to be like, you should bring rope and duct tape or whatever? Like,
absolutely
or
not.
no, right? So like probably like
It'd be
Nature's
like,
Valley
what do I
granola
take?
bars
I
or
need to bring
something.
You'd be like, I need to bring my Game Boy and
Yeah, right.
extra batteries.
This is what I'm saying. I need to bring that hot new Pokemon game that came out because this is 1996 or 5 or something.
Super Mario Land for the Game Boy, Tetris.
Man, I would not be prepared for a Pokemon travel thing when I was 10.
I was gonna say what 10-year-olds are. Then I think it reminds me of that that Netflix show about like Japanese families letting their kids like do the first like trip to the store. Did you ever hear about this?
Yeah.
I didn't think of that because 10 years old, I can't do shit. What is that? Grade 4? I'm an idiot.
Like
What happened in grade 4? 9/11.
I mean, yeah, I get weird.
That might have been grade 5 actually.
Yeah, I was already in high school. But anyways,
Same here.
No, like at 10 we were like riding bikes. We lived in Airdrie, which is kind of like the small Calgary, like a small city. So like we were out and about all day and night anyway, but we weren't like having to survive out there. We would go home when we were hungry, sort of thing. I don't know, man.
That's the other thing that like they don't show you in the anime is like if these people are camping that much, they would have like a huge backpack at all times.
Totally.
But how are they how are you surviving at night?
Yeah, totally.
Honestly, the Pokemon world would be a terrifying place.
Yeah. True. When you're 10, the real world is a terrifying place too, just as it is right now.
Okay, there was a second question. I think we kind of touched on it though. What would you do when faced with real life obstacles during your journey? For example, food poisoning, falling into a ditch, robbers that prey on travelers, and wild, untamed pocket monsters that, if provoked, can usually tear your face off or melt you with acid, fire, water in mere seconds.
So
Yeah, I would kind of.
Have either of you had to deal with like a dog that was like about to attack you or attacking you?
Yeah,
like,
I've been bitten by a dog. It
yeah,
sucks.
so you know that a dog that doesn't spit fire or acid is hard to deal with. Let alone whatever these things are. I'm pretty sure I would just die. Like, to be honest with you, I don't think I could handle any of this shit.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like,
probably the shit
we would, especially being at like, because at 10, of course, I'm dead. But even like now, like my best chance is hiding.
Yeah, right, exactly.
In almost every scenario is just hoping that their like heightened sense of smell and like hearing and sight or just psychic powers doesn't let them realize I'm up in the tree.
So does any human survive in this world? I feel like this is starting to slip into post-apocalyptic because it's just like, okay, there are fire-breathing giant dragons flying around just randomly in the grass attacking people.
Absolutely. In fact, if the Pokemon like teamed up, they could easily wipe out the humans.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's no question.
Like, the fact that they let the humans like capture them is ridiculous.
Well, I don't think they let them necessarily.
Or they get beat up.
I mean,
enough,
that's kind of the point of the games is they're not letting them; they're getting beat up.
Yeah.
and then they're just like changing their mind somehow.
Yeah, beat up someone enough, they become your friends. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Also,
This is
I don't
like the thing where it's like if every ant in the world like combined, it
Yeah.
would like destroy society because there's so many ants.
if every insect just decided like we need to take out the humans, we're done. That's it. We can't fight back. So
Yeah, we're lucky they're dumb enough. But these Pokemon have incredible IQ. Like,
well, I mean, some of them. Yes, let's not.
some of them for sure. Some of them don't, and they wouldn't do much. But enough of them, like we couldn't even fight back. Like even with like weapons, like what are you gonna do against like a Rhyhorn? That thing's made of like rock.
Yeah, or like these creatures that can like destroy your brain with psychic powers. Yeah, no, it's a bad scene. Also, just in general, like I don't want to have like my companion with me, my Pokemon that like I obviously have a bond with, and then just seeing them like maybe die in front of me trying to save my life from a pack of like something.
They can't die, they faint.
Yeah, they faint, quote unquote.
Well, if we're using that logic, then why are humans also being able to be killed by
That's
them?
true.
Like,
We would just faint.
Well, we're not Pokemon. Right?
it's a
They
very
only die when
I feel.
they need them to be like a Cubone cemetery thing.
Oh,
Other than
that's
that,
true.
Pokemon can't die, right?
Yeah, I don't think I could take a Cubone either. Now that you bring that up, maybe, I don't know. You could probably just.
I was gonna say,
one.
do you think you could like take? Do you think if it's 1-on-1, you against a Cubone, do you think you could win? Things like a foot tall. However, it could probably fuck you up with that bone. It could probably hit you pretty hard. But you could probably hit the Cubone pretty hard.
How fast? What's the speed of a standard Cubone?
What's the speed of a standard human?
I'm gonna say the Cubone is about as fast as a dog.
What's my speed stat?
Well, it's you. It's your speed stat.
Oh, so I'm screwed.
Oh, fast as a dog? Yeah, I could easily. The thing about a dog is that, like, I don't even want to say it. You could fight back and really damage a dog. So you could definitely do the same to a Cubone. And the Cubone doesn't have jaws that will latch on and not give up until it dies. It just has a bone. So...
but it can learn. It can probably learn bite, right? Someone said in the thing, a Cubone can learn earthquake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're in trouble at that
that's
point.
considerably worse than a dog bite, probably. Anyway. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Can I like have a gun? Like, can I have human things in this world? If this is like a normal world?
Well, yeah, but I feel like some Pokemon you'll be able to take out. Other Pokemon you just like. What are you gonna do against a Steelix?
No, totally. I'm saying I could shoot a Cubone. I could easily kill a Cubone with a gun. But a Steel... Yeah, no, you're right. You can't fight a Steelix. Probably. Right? Like flamethrower, maybe?
Fight a Steelix.
Heat it up, melt
Launch it into space.
Yeah.
That's it.
Launch it into space. It's the only way. Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way. Nothing can beat a Steelix. You heard it here. All right, we got to move on. Suku writes, a follow-up to last question. God damn it, what?
This is from last week's question.
Last week's question. Okay, a follow-up to last question. You're in luck. Genie will make your non-membership subscriptions free. Oh, this one. Your non-membership subscriptions free. There's a catch, however. You won't be able to do anything that isn't directly tied to a subscription if one for it exists. That means you can't play purchase games, watch DVDs, or even go out to eat if you have a meal kit subscription. Would you take the deal? Now, what if that deal was every subscription ever? Is it worth it?
What the?
Okay, so the question is, they'll pay for the subscription.
Yeah.
But you have to live life
only with a subscription.
With subscriptions to everything. So like what? So like food would be fine because there's like, I think you could do this because there's got to be. Is there subscriptions to like TaskRabbit? Can you get like a membership to TaskRabbit?
I don't know. Maybe.
Then you have like infinite help for any task. There's got to be subscriptions to like Uber Eats and stuff for sure. So
Yeah,
food is
there
taken
is.
care of. Okay, hang on. Is the rent I pay in my apartment, is that a subscription?
Technically, it's a subscription to housing.
It is.
Am I
Yeah.
subscribed to this apartment? Okay, so housing's taken care of, food and water's taken care of. I guess utilities are also a subscription.
Yeah.
They definitely are. Yeah.
Okay,
Without
yeah,
doubt.
absolutely. So heat is taken care of. I guess all my basic necessities are done. You could do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do this though.
There's got to be like flight subscriptions, so I could still travel.
So
Does
with like a travel company, maybe.
and
yeah, maybe
and
with like
then
a specific airline.
the problem with Uber Eats too is that you don't subscribe for free food from Uber Eats. It just like takes away your delivery. You still have to pay for the food. So like some subscription services are literally just like, we're not going to charge you the extra fee we usually charge you. But like,
Okay, well then I guess meal kits covers that because that's the food.
Meal kits would,
Yeah.
yes.
But so all I need is like, how would I get access to like cleaning products or stuff that's not food that I need?
Oh, there's definitely like loot box type things for everything, for treats, for like cat, dog food, like all that sort of thing. You probably
now that I think about it, even Amazon Prime has like, do you want to just subscribe to this product and you'll save a few bucks and we'll send it to you every month? So
sure.
That'll cover that. Stitch Fix gets your clothing. I think it's worth it. You would save so much money.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. There's no way.
You would be weirdly restricted on stuff, though, is the thing.
Like what? What do you think?
Well, okay, so what happens in let's talk scenarios here. What about if you go to another like town, to another state, country, and you want to eat?
Yeah, you can't.
You just have to hope that there's a subscription in that country.
Yeah, so then now you have to subscribe to like it in another country to make sure you actually get food.
Yeah. I don't think that. I mean, I feel like most places would have some kind of subscription. Here's one though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if you have to go to the hospital?
Uh-huh.
Can you subscribe to the hospital?
Isn't that just healthcare?
Health insurance.
It is health insurance.
Rather,
That's
yes.
covered.
Yeah,
that's
essentially. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think like what were you really missing out on that would break it here?
I'm going more basic, like things leave Game Pass, and if I want to play that, I can't anymore. Fuck that. Like, no, I don't want to live life tied to what other people say I can have. That's dumb.
Doesn't like GameFly have a subscription?
Used to.
I don't know. Do they exist still?
They definitely exist. You can like still buy like games, and they have pretty good deals. I just bought Bayonetta 3 from them for $30.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I think they might have a subscription thing, and
you can start a free trial, so they probably have a subscription.
Yeah, and what like maybe then you can select games, and then maybe you just select the ones that have left or that are harder to get access to.
Your salary and subscription.
Is my salary a subscription? Like, is that like employer is subscribed to my work?
Technically, yeah. I guess. I actually hate this conversation so much. I feel super uneasy.
I think I would do it. Just the food alone, you would save thousands of dollars. Holy smokes.
The food
honestly, free rent.
Be,
like free rent.
Yeah, the food alone would definitely be a hard thing to turn down. But yeah, I can't live life on somebody else telling me what I can do.
Just the like free rent, you get a better apartment because you don't even care how much it costs.
Well, no, you get a better apartment based on what is offered as a subscription.
Rent. We said rent is a subscription, as long as you're renting the place.
Yeah, I mean, I think rent
if
isn't
you buy
actually
a house
a subscription.
And you have
really,
a mortgage,
but, yeah.
Is the mortgage a subscription?
The mortgage?
The mortgage is a bill because
no, it's a loan. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no.
Okay. I feel like it still works the same. It's a monthly payment.
No, rent is definitely more of a subscription because you're paying somebody else for that service.
Yeah, and you could technically stay there, like it lasts as long as you want it to, or that the landlord wants it to. While like A mortgage has an end point, even if it takes 25 years to get there.
Right. And then you become the subscription owner. You could
rent to own, baby.
Yeah, that's how.
All right, are we moving on to Kenny's?
Yes.
Yeah.
BGC Kenny writes in and says, in games with turn-based combat, is the perception of the characters such where to them that it is real time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple games that even play with this idea where it's just like the idea is like you're slowed your thoughts because you're just imagining things in your mind and then it just plays out.
And the basic idea stems from tabletop games where every round for everybody is 6 seconds real time of actions happening. So yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so 10 rounds is a minute.
Okay, it's good that I got this one because I saw the answers when I was hiding them for you guys.
Oh.
Phantom Magus writes, I have made a small game for all of you. You will have to guess which Pokemon I'm referring to through their Pokedex description. To keep it easy, I will only do Gen 1, but do their most recent Dex entry.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, question 1. The nectar it drools from its mouth smells so atrocious that it can make noses curl more than a mile away.
I can think of like 5 Pokemon that could be.
I cannot.
It's either Beedrill, Venonat, Paris, or whatever Paris evolves into. Like
Parasect?
Parasect.
Right.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
Any guesses, Paul? I guess probably one that John mentioned.
Oh, what about
Nectar
from the Smith? I don't think
Beedrill
Beedrill has
Gloom and Vileplume.
Yeah, I was thinking like Vileplume or something, one of those.
Could be Gloom.
Okay.
The answer is Gloom.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Question 2. It wraps its opponent in its gas-like body, slowly weakening its prey by poisoning it through the skin.
That sounds like Ghastly.
Ghastly? Okay, I was thinking, what the I'm trying to remember the name of the...
Evolution? Haunter and Gengar.
No, okay. Yeah, Ghastly.
Are you thinking of Snorlax?
No. I'm not.
Yeah, it's Ghastly.
Okay.
I can't think of another gas Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I was trying
to... In Gen 1, there's not, yeah.
Yeah. Question 3. It has a vicious temperament. Beware if it raises its tail straight up. This is a signal that it's about to pounce and bite. This could be like a lot of them. I don't even remember the answer. I remember the answer to the last one, but not this one.
Could be Growlithe and Arcanine.
Yeah, I was thinking like a dog, right? And I guess that's the dog Pokemon.
It could be Raticate.
Okay.
Could be Mankey. Actually, I think it might be Mankey or Primeape.
It's just like name a Pokemon with a tail. I'm sure they can get angry at some point.
I'm thinking of one specifically known for being angry. If I'm thinking actual angry and has a tail, it's going to be Raticate or it's going to be Mankey or Primeape.
Okay. I don't think Primeape has a tail.
True. Yeah, I don't think it does either.
Oh, maybe not.
From my memory.
Okay, we have Persian.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. All right, bonus question. My favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. That's it. That's the hint. I'm kidding. It loves crossing the sea with people and Pokemon on its back. It understands human speech.
That's a Lapras.
Lapras, yeah.
Understands human speech? Isn't that kind of all of them?
I guess.
Technically, yeah.
All right, thanks for the quiz.
I'm waiting for somebody to write in. Here's my quiz. My favorite Pokemon. My second favorite Pokemon. Hebrew Lantern writes, you are given an elephant.
What?
You cannot give it away or sell it. What do you do with it?
That's hard.
I don't think I don't know. I guess I would just leave it be. I don't know. What am I gonna
You
do?
wouldn't take care. You would just.
Are
you
you
just let it.
paying for how much it's going to take care of? They wrote a Simpsons episode about this. Like they're expensive.
So if somebody's just like, here's an elephant, and like they leave it on my doorstep, I probably just let it walk away and like get hit by traffic or something. Like I don't know.
Oh my god.
Because what the fuck else do you do? I live in an apartment.
What if it keeps hanging out there like it likes you?
That's
not
fine.
walking away.
I'll wait until the city comes and like decides what they're going to do with it.
But you can't give it away. So
Well, he's not the one giving it away. He's letting the city take it. Yeah, it's taking it at that point.
It away.
Yeah.
I feel like to make this scenario, like in whatever hypothetical, you are also given the like food and supplies to take care of it.
I mean, if you give me the food and supplies and that cost is covered, then like maybe I'd keep it if I had the space.
Where would you keep it? Yeah. What are you gonna put in your backyard?
It worked great for The Simpsons.
Just let it chill in the backyard. What about in the winter?
Oh my god. Yeah, it would be done. It would need like an underground bunker.
Just put it in the shed.
Open up the garage, take the cars out. Elephant's got to go in.
I don't know what I could do, so I probably wouldn't do anything, honestly.
Okay, realistically, what I would do, I'd probably climb on top of it and take some selfies.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably start a TikTok channel about here's
Sure.
me and my elephant. See if anything comes from that.
Sure.
Well, someone brings up a good point. The word donate wasn't blocked there. Technically, you could donate it. I guess
Isn't that giving it away?
That's giving it away, I think. I thought, anyway.
Yeah.
I guess.
I feel like donating is giving it away. Because otherwise, yeah, you just donate it to a zoo, right?
Yeah.
Animal reserve, yeah.
I mean, I guess I would still probably call a zoo and see if I could, like, store it there. Because, like, I don't know where the hell I'm going to put an elephant.
Yeah.
What does elephant taste like? It's probably not very good.
There's no way I'm eating it. I couldn't.
Yeah, no, I couldn't either. Have you seen how big they are? There's no
Also, that's
way,
the other thing is like even if I wanted to eat it, it's like where am I putting that meat?
Right,
It's
exactly.
still the same size of it as an elephant.
Totally. Have you seen how much meat comes off a cow? Even a smaller cow?
Do I have to
like,
get
it's
rid
insane.
of the bones? What do I do with that? Do I just like put them in the dumpster? They're huge. Someone's going to notice.
Yeah. No, seriously,
there's
tell me,
probably
what do
a
I
rule.
do with this elephant skeleton?
I bet there's a rule that you're not allowed to put bones in a dumpster.
That seems like a pretty good rule.
I don't know, because like you can put chicken bones in like the garbage.
Oh, that's
Okay,
true.
well then let me ask you this, John.
Mhm.
At what point is the bone large enough where it's not okay to be put in the garbage?
Man, that is a good question.
Human
Like, for
skeleton.
example-
Let's go with that.
Yeah,
human
human.
skeleton's the marker.
Leg bone from the ankle to the knee. Can you put that in the dumpster?
You got me there.
I think if someone found that, it would not be okay. Something would happen.
True.
I think the biggest you could maybe do is like a turkey carcass.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm laughing because Lineback's question, follow up to the elephant question. A hunter who for some reason has checks made of ivory approaches you to buy the elephant. How do you hide the elephant from him?
I don't. I'm ready. Take it.
You go find the keys.
Wait, you can't let him take it because that's you giving it away.
Yeah, it's true. And I can't even
has to
accept the
be a
check because it's selling him.
Yeah.
I ask an 8-year-old to get emotionally attached to the elephant and then run away.
That's the thing is like that you can't be for that because then it's you giving it away. I
didn't ask him to do it. I'm just making the kid get attached so that he tries to save the elephant. That's how I hide the elephant.
In this scenario, you have to bond with the elephant and not want it to leave for someone to take it away from you. To work, right?
I mean, this is the Simpsons reference is what's happening here. But yeah, like
How do you hide the elephant? I think I'd have to move. I don't think I could do anything here.
Right. Yeah.
I would have to ride the elephant off into the sunset and hope that the TikTok money is.
You
bringing
just
stuff in,
really
because I would
want to
also
ride
probably-
an elephant.
I think that's
Why not?
all it is. I think he just really wants to ride an
It's
elephant.
not going to ride me. It's not getting in the car either. It just makes sense for
Yeah.
me to get on the elephant.
Yeah.
Rasterman writes, "What's the non-Nintendo franchise you've played the most games of, and how many were they?"
Non-Nintendo is not made by Nintendo?
I guess. So is yours
Castle...
like the Cross then?
It'd probably be Mega Man, technically.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of Mega Man games.
Mine's probably Assassin's Creed. Fire Emblem might be up there.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil, and it's
That's
29.
Nintendo though. Resident Evil.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
okay.
counting Mega Man alone, I've played 20 plus.
Yeah.
And I think there's like more like 50 plus Mega Man games.
Just even including Nintendo, like Nintendo isn't close to with the franchise that I've played the most games in.
Castlevania would be my next guess.
Nintendo's just the easy one because they have a lot of like old franchises that they're still making stuff on.
And Mario, which like I think everybody's
Has
played
a
a
lot of
shitload.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mine's probably Assassin's Creed.
All right. Sorry, I just lost where we were. Dad writes, if you think enough people would be interested, would you be open to or want to talk about your lifestyle games in a podcast format? Example, games that you have hundreds of hours in that you grind in the background on and off weekly. Either more active ones like Apex Legends or Final Fantasy XIV, or more passive ones like Picross E/XS Retrospective.
I think the only problem is a lot of the stuff we do that in, we keep playing it, so there wouldn't be much new to talk about. It would be, we could do it for like one episode, but then like that would kind of be it unless we all picked up new ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't be open to this at all because if I have enough to talk about in one of those games, I'll talk about it here. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. My one thing that I would raise is, let's use like Apex for example. I'm the only one playing that, so like no one's gonna want to talk to me about Apex for that long because you guys aren't playing Apex.
well, that's the thing. Like, I guess maybe I'll speak for myself to pull the curtain back. I play more than the games I talk about on here every week. I play a lot of games every week, but like people aren't gonna want to hear about the like 4 hours I put in like this shooter or whatever, or like the 2 hours I checked this thing out, the 10 minutes of this other thing I checked out. Like, so no, I think I'm more interested in talking about things that I kind of curate and have something at least to say about with the co-hosts here.
Yeah, like my lifestyle game right now is Overwatch 2.
Sure.
Again, it's like I don't have anything like new to say about that because it's like, yeah, I put another like probably, I don't know, 5 hours since the last podcast, and I played the same game modes with the same friend, and I don't know, this time I played more Tracer than last week.
I've been playing more Tetris again on the Game Boy. That is still Tetris.
Okay.
Like, yeah, no, I don't want to do a podcast like this.
Yeah, so I guess John's point of like maybe once it makes sense once, or maybe once in a while if you've made a change or something new has happened.
Right.
Maybe it's like, hey, we can check back in. It's been 6 months. So maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, like it's like, okay, cool, Fortnite's got a season that's changed, and we can talk about the season update, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Picross is always Picross and like stuff like that.
I talk about WoW whenever like a new thing happens, like an expansion, but like, or Final Fantasy 14 if I'm playing it, if something new happens or something.
Yeah, and that was me with Apex. Is I would put it on my what I've played when there was a new season.
Yeah.
It's like something fresh to talk about. But until then, I just wasn't talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane the Destroyer writes in and says, "What's the weirdest thing that got you to try a game out?" Someone said if anyone could record themselves beating a specific stage in Kaizo Mario, they would eat their hat.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
Nice.
They didn't
eat
need
the hat?
They didn't need the hat. They gave me $20 instead.
Okay.
So I made money.
Cool.
I was a university student. I needed the money. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. Weirdest thing? It's probably like an ad or something, right? Like that is just like, that's so weird. I have to see that.
I mean, you could say like originally what I was gonna say was like I tried out Stranger Paradise because of all the cutscenes that looked super cheesy about Jack wanting to fight chaos.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like something in real life. Like I saw somebody get slimed by a dude, and that reminded me. Like I don't have anything like that.
That made me think of Deadly Premonition. I remember being like, I hear this is the best, worst game of all time.
Okay,
So
yeah.
to try that. My other first answer though was they sold them at Burger King.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yep. That's a good one, actually.
Or it came in a pack of cheese strings. I got a copy of Beyond Good and Evil that way.
The Doritos Crash Course thing, like there was a few Connect weird. Yeah, no, like weird gimmicky things will get me to try most games out, especially if it's like free or super cheap.
Speaking of which, did you guys see there's a movie tie-in game for Renfield?
I did.
It is a Vampire Survivors like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna play it until they were like, it's $5, and I was like, okay, I don't care that much.
Yeah. Yaris, exactly.
Yaris,
see, this
absolutely.
guy knows.
That was like when I first got my 360. It's like, which games are free on this? Yaris.
Yeah.
Board Co writes, is there any movie you'd be willing to watch 2 times in a row?
Yeah, I've done that with a bunch of movies.
At this point in my life, no. Because I have too many other things I would rather watch.
True. I'm thinking of in the past. Like I've watched
Totally.
RoboCop 1 on loop. I've watched Die Hard on loop. Indiana Jones 1 and 3 on loop. Just kind of left them on the background.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
If you're asking me to sit down, pay attention, and watch it twice, that's a different story. But if it's just background noise, I can do it no problem.
Also, if it's the same movie for me now, like Die Hard's a great one. I watch those pretty regularly, I would say, at least like once every year. But I won't watch Die Hard 1 twice. I'll watch Die Hard 1, 2, and then 3 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, no, at this point in my life, I won't watch the same movie twice in a row.
I think the spirit of the question is you're paying attention.
Sure.
Yeah. The only thing that comes to mind is when I first saw Everything Everywhere All at Once in theaters and I walked out, I said I could walk right back in and watch that again. I didn't do that, but I could have done that. Right now, though, even if I'm thinking of some of my favorite movies, it's like, no, I would watch it once and I would not put it on again right away. Like, that seems insane.
If you have a young kid, you get to do that all the time. It's great.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
True.
My sister has seen the Minions movies way too many times in a row.
Heard that.
What was the last movie you watched like multiple times in a row, or let's say even weekend, over like the course of a weekend you saw it at least twice? Because mine was Scott Pilgrim versus the World, probably.
Snakes on a Plane.
That's an interesting one. Okay.
Saw it in theaters twice. I think it was the exact same weekend because 2 sets of friends wanted to go. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll go again.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, I don't... Maybe Spider-Man No Way Home, because I saw it with one parent and then the other parent was like, oh, I want to see that. And I was like, I'll go see that again. Okay, let's do it.
You're right. That was my last one too, and I felt it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Skyfall. That was actually the most recent one that I've seen twice in theaters because wanted to go on my birthday, and then I had a friend who wanted to go with me, and so I went and watched it again.
Okay.
Good one. I like that one. I think that's my favorite one.
Skyfall's a good one.
Final question from Valk. How many different video games do you play at the same time? Right now, I'm going through 8 different games, but I find if I try and play 2 games that are too similar at the same time, be it in controls or mechanics, I end up getting confused. I agree with that last part for sure.
If we're not bringing streams into it, like games I'm doing on stream, it probably is just 1 game at a time, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Because I've been struggling lately to find something that kind of holds my attention.
Sure.
So like something like Fortnite's nice because it's like, okay, play a couple rounds. All right, I got my fill for the day. I'm done. And then I might load up something interesting on my Switch, or like, I guess I'm playing Pokemon Violet, but I haven't really touched it in like a month.
I'll say 3 to 4, and that's including like a mobile game I'm playing like during my break at work or something as well.
That's how I'm kind of doing it. I have like specific games where it's like I don't play this unless I'm in this scenario where it's like right before bed or at the office or on the train.
Right.
But then if I'm doing like sitting down at the console, it's 2, maybe 3 tops.
Yeah.
If I'm hooked into a game, I want to just play that game. If the game's got my attention enough to get me to play it, I want to stay with it. So
yeah, you've definitely always been that way, for sure. Like, since I've known you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which makes all this shit fucking complicated as hell. It's like, cool, I got all this. What are you playing right now? Fortnite.
No, because I'm usually like I got 2 or 3 on the Xbox, and then there's like, and then I got my usual like, but when this guy's online, we play Overwatch, and it's like, but I always have like a Switch game that I'm kind of working my way through. There's usually something for before bed that I leave, which is like a visual novel. So I want to say maybe at most like 5.
At most, yeah, makes sense.
But I'm not thinking about them at the same time, so they're compartmentalized.
Yeah, and for me, they're not similar mechanically usually. Like, I'm not playing 2 Souls like at one time, usually ever. It's very rare that I'll do something like that.
Yeah, they're usually different, although there was that like week where I played Yakuza 0 and Like a Dragon Ishin at the same time, and that was weird.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Like, literally the same series even.
Yeah. All right, that does it for questions. Thanks everyone for writing in. If you want to send in a question, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
Fortnite, I guess. That's all I'm playing.
Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
And mine's Ghostwire Tokyo.
Nice.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.